welcome to our live edition. Hold it. Smoking Jim Frazier's in the house. Your prayers and my prayers have been answered. My brother from another mother's here. I don't know what's wrong with him, what happened to him, but he got sunglasses on, and he can talk. We were just talking. Thanks for watching our Pittsburgh Sportsline live edition in the BPTV studio. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Smoking Jim Frazier's here, first time in 2 months. I can't believe it.
Seems longer.
It does. It seems like it's been a year. I missed you that badly, buddy. Been praying every day, a couple times a day. Sent you all those texts, never heard back from you, but I expected as much. It's always fun with that text-only phone with you, buddy. I didn't want to mess up your schedule or anything. Although I did get reports from you being at the Rivers Casino to other places. I figured if he's moving about, I don't need to know anything. But he's here. We got a lot of sports to talk about. Let me put my sponsors out there. First, Olive Oil's Pizzeria. I don't know if you guys can get a close-up on us. We don't have that camera on, but there we go. We got Zach in here.
Little Z!
Zach Taylor.
Better to see you.
Olive Oil's Pizzeria, 412-831-1900. Hillcrest Shopping Center. Go there, order a pizza. It was delicious. Look at Smoking Jim. He can't even talk right now. He's eating. He's healing up and eating there, folks. But that's our one sponsor. Then the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. It's Joey Fabus before DIPG, after DIPG. He died at 9 years before his 9th birthday from this dreaded brain cancer. I give the family a lot of credit. They've raised over $100,000 the last 4 years to try to find a cure of DIPG. Check out, they got events coming up May 17th, a night at the races at the community center. $20 to get in, $10 for a horse. If you're Smoking Jim Frazier's horse and it wins, you get $40. So you could win $40 there. They got Chinese auction, all kind of other giveaways and nice things. So that's May 17th. Check that out. Next, the Bethel Park Historical Society Arts and History Center, 2600 South Park Road. It's a great place for businesses. Matter of fact, there's a new business, Smoking Jim, that opened up called Reginald's Coffee. They got Wi-Fi. The owners, Matt and Julie, his wife, is there. They took a picture of me. I had 2 cups of Dragonwell loose leaf green tea, and I will be back. You got to check them out. They're open, I think, from in the morning till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a nice place. Got Wi-Fi, great big windows in this old schoolhouse, a lot of light in the building. Little treats for you there too, and great coffee. And I don't know about the coffee, but the tea was delicious. He had about 10, 12 different brands of loose leaf green tea, and I plan on going back and trying some. It's exactly 1.6 miles from my house, so it's close. Next is the Bethel Park Community Foundation, bpcf.org. Get an application. They have money for you from $100 to $5,000. Not you, Jim. You're still rehabbing, so no money for you. You got to do good things in Bethel Park. If your group or organization needs money and you want it, contact bpcf.org. I'm a trustee on the board. Come on in there and we'll see if we can approve you getting some money to help your group in Bethel Park do great things. Next, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun at my expense. There's my face. Uncle Al wants you for BPTV. You could be like the team here, Jack and Zach. They're here every Tuesday night doing a great job. Hopefully you can hear us and see us on TV. But I want you for BPTV, 412-831-3304. Check them out. Give Dave Cable a call and tell him you want to be a volunteer and run the video, the audio, you name it, you want to do it. So you're more than welcome here. Next, we have a sponsor of What's on Your Mind, Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. Right past Mineral Beach and Trax Farm. You can't beat them. It's red, white, and blue station. Give them a call. Anything and everything that runs on gas. Smoking Jim and I have even had cars inspected there. He does a great job. 724-348-4715. They've even got a forge. They got a couple machine shop things, milling equipment. They're expanding. They can make drive shafts and axles and all kinds of other things there. So if you need it for a car, truck, boat, anything, they can make it. So they sponsor What's on Your Mind. And I got to start the show. It's been so long, I forget what I even asked. What's on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, L. Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
here it comes.
You got to see Levine.
Whoa, did you catch that?
Yeah.
That's nice green you got on, too.
Thank you.
I appreciate the green.
But I tell you what, L. Levine, the talking machine.
What?
You know what? It's great to be back, but I tell you, I was going to go through and give the Steelers draft a grade, but I guess since Chip is here, I might as well go through all the picks and then give it a grade at the end. What do you think?
Hey, it's your time.
All right.
We don't have Chip here. You could talk as long as you want. We're good to go.
All right. Sounds good. It's another year of reverse discrimination in the NFL. Another year that the NFL will have 0 white cornerbacks. I'm highly upset about that. Al Levine, the talking machine. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded up in the first round.
Yeah, tremendous move.
To get a linebacker who's 5'11", 234 pounds, Devin Bush. The only thing I can say about him is he's not as good as his dad. And I understand. This is a kid that only got 1 career interception, but they keep comparing him to Shazier. At 5'11", he will not be able to cover any tight ends in the National Football League. So moving up in the first round, he's a heck of an athlete, but you lost your second-round draft pick. So I have to mark the Pittsburgh Steelers down a little bit there on that move.
Well, they're not getting higher than a D-, so we know that.
They will not go lower than a D-.
I listened to you for 7.5 years. It's sunk in.
It's been right every year. But Pittsburgh Steelers got a steal in the third round. A lot of people are comparing this guy to Antonio Brown. I really don't. I have a better comparison for you. Deontay Johnson from Toledo, outstanding. They finally got their punt returner, outstanding punt return kid. But he reminds me more of a forgotten wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Former first-round draft choice of 2006, Super Bowl MVP, Santonio Holmes.
Oh, no, he's not going to be here long now.
He reminds me more of Santonio Holmes than he does.
I hope he's not shaking and baking.
All those guys do. So
I don't want to hear it. I'm an innocent babe here. I don't want to hear that.
And then the Pittsburgh Steelers surprised me a little bit. They drafted the skinniest defensive back in NFL history.
Whoa.
Justin Lane, who's 6'3", 169 pounds. Now, he's from Michigan State. I always knew in Michigan you can't drink the water, but I didn't know you couldn't eat the food either.
Whoa.
So I don't know how. He's a great athlete. He's a great football player, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do with run support being that thin.
Just stay back.
Just stay back is all you can do.
Hold it. Didn't somebody that get in the Hall of Fame without ever tackling a guy, Deion Sanders?
Prime time.
How'd he do it?
But
his uniform never got dirty.
That's true. He could be the next prime time. So
see, I brought some optimism to the negativity that Smoking Jim Frazier brings on a draft.
But I like the pick, even though I wanted a cornerback from LSU by the name of Grady Williams.
Yeah.
The Steelers would have had a second-round pick. They could have got Greedy Williams. So Greedy's in Cleveland now. But in the 4th round, the Pittsburgh Steelers took a running back out of Kentucky named Benny Snell, Matt Snell's
relative.
great nephew. I'd rather have Benny Hill.
That was a good show.
Yeah. Benny Snell.
I watched many of it.
Benny Snell runs like he got a piano on his back. And I'm more disappointed in the Pittsburgh Steelers' new running back coach, Eddie Faulkner, because Eddie Faulkner, who was a overrated NFL bust when he came in the NFL, should have been able to spot one. So not only couldn't Faulkner run, he can't spot a future bust. The Pittsburgh Steelers continued the poor drafting when they took Zach Gentry from University of Michigan, 6'8", 265 pounds. He can't block. He can't run.
He'll fit in perfectly for Jesse James.
Yeah. He can't break tackles.
He'll fit in like Jesse James did.
And he can't even outjump a cigar store Indian. So that was a bust right there. But the Pittsburgh Steelers draft picked up for him. They got White Lightning.
Wow.
They got the white Ray Lewis. They got the white Mike Singletary. They got the white James Harrison. If Sutton Smith was black, he'd have been a first-round draft choice. This guy's fast. He's mean. He's vicious. This is a guy who had 30 sacks in the last 2 seasons. He ended up being a 6th-round draft pick only because of reverse discrimination. He's a white guy, but he's a tremendous steal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They continued their great, they had 3 picks in the 6th round. Next pick, they took Isaiah Buggs from Alabama, who's just another guy, 6'3", 306 pounds, not very athletic.
That's a big guy.
Just a big body. Should make the football team, but nobody will remember. Most exciting part about Isaiah is his name. But then the Pittsburgh Steelers went back to the well, L. Levine, the talking machine, with the 3rd pick in the 6th round, Ulysses Gilbert III. This guy's a freak. He runs a 40 and about 4.3. He's a linebacker.
Wow.
Got a 40-inch vertical jump.
Wow.
He was an all-state high school basketball player. He's from the state of Florida, 4-year starter. He can do it all, 40-inch vertical jump. He is just a beast.
What problems does he have? He got in the 6th round.
No problem.
Come on.
6th round, no problem, all around the ball. And the one thing he does is might be an NCAA record. He scored 5 touchdowns from the defensive position. So when he gets his hands on the football, whether it's a fumble or interception, he's looking to score. Pittsburgh Steelers in the final round, 7th round, got Derwin Gray from Maryland, a big boy that could play tackle or guard, can be slow at both positions.
Yeah.
About 6'4", 320, 325. And there's a lot of guys like that, overweight. But I really believe that the only reason he got drafted in the 7th round from Maryland is a thank you from Coach Tomlin, whose son got a scholarship from Maryland. And Coach Tomlin's son is the only big-time scholarship athlete from the WPIAL who didn't make the All-Star teams. So that's a thank you for Maryland for Coach Tomlin's son. So Coach Tomlin said thank you for taking my non-All-Star team son with a big-time Division I scholarship. I don't think that record will ever be broken. And by the way, speaking of records that will never be broken, L. Levine, the talking machine, I'm loving baseball right now. Pirates go for 9 in a row. What's the record for most losses in a row? Maybe the Pirates can get back in the Guinness Book of World Record. And that's what's on my mind.
Smoking Jim, it's so nice to have your negativity back. I know that was a D- on the grade there
Yes,
for
it
the
was
Steelers.
A D, a solid D.
Solid D. Solid D. It's just nice to have you back. I got my hair cut at Zazu by Mary Ann just for you. Of course, he never even texted me that he was coming to the show, but I got the clean cut today. I'm good to go. Thanks to Zazu. Appreciate it. Thanks to Mary Ann. Now I can talk. What's on my mind is what Smoking Jim was talking about. I was happy when the Buccos, first 18 games, they were in first place, 12-6. Now the wheels came off the bandwagon. They've lost 8 in a row. They're giving up runs like crazy. Nobody can hold on to them. The starting pitching's failing. The relief pitching's failing. Guys aren't hitting. They got more injuries than Smoking Jim Frazier. Every day somebody's getting injured. They're hurting something. Chisenhall had a bad hand. Now he got 2 bad calves. He sounds like Smoking Jim Frazier here. We can't figure out what injuries Smoking Jim had, but it's nice to have him back and he can still talk. So your prayers are answered just like mine, but the Buccos, it's a 162-game season, Smoking Jim, and I predicted they'd win somewhere around 84, 85 games. So they got their work cut out for them. They had a lot of ifs, and now they're all coming home to roost. All those big ifs are right there. If they could hit, if they could pitch. So we will see what happens. Go watch those Buccos tonight, buddy, and enjoy 9 in a row, because I think they can do it. And we'll talk about some Buccos in the last segment of the day, so we'll get a little more of that. We're going to come back for the first Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac in 2 months. Welcome back to Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. Can you come up with something?
I sure can, but before I do that, I want everybody to know a couple Fridays ago, matter of fact, it was Good Friday.
Yeah.
It was Good Friday. The Pittsburgh Pirates invited me to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
And most people know by now, and I watched the show, I was a heck of a pitcher at Boney Lee.
We've never had any witnesses come forth. I've contacted over 30 people.
Ask Lil Z will let you know.
They never saw you throw a ball.
So I was all excited about it, man. I was going to, I said, the Pirates may want to sign me after that. I don't know if I could still throw 90 miles an hour.
You couldn't throw it back then.
I had a lot of heat. I had a good fastball. I get there and it's raining. The game is delayed 90 minutes. They cancel all the on-field activities when they took the tarp off, so I never got a chance to throw out the first pitch.
Unbelievable, but I got an early report that you look good at Sportsbook.
Yeah. But I did. I think that day, I put some money on the, might have been, I forget who I bet on that day, but
Seattle.
I think I won. No, I can't do the NBA. But today, I put a bet in. Before the show, I put a bet in on the Philadelphia Phillies.
Get on.
Yeah, I put something on the Phillies.
You got any money? I'll hold it to you until next week.
Houston Astros, I bet that night.
Did you?
I won.
You are a baseball guy
and then
now.
I bet the Dodgers beat the Pirates.
Yeah.
So I only had 3 bets. That was a win, of course.
Yeah.
So I should have bet against the Pirates tonight, but I figured they might turn it around.
I don't think.
It's hard for me to bet against them, even though I bet.
Why?
The
You always
Dodgers
talk against them.
Yeah.
You talk against them all the time. Just bet against them.
But my Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac goes all the way back to 2003.
Whoa.
When the Pittsburgh Steelers had a coach that they respected, Bill Cowher. Coach Tomlin wants to talk about the cleansing the team now that they got rid of Bell and Brown. But this was the same team that was 7-2 with the same problems before everything fell out. And I feel like a head coach should be able to deal with all problems in the locker room. Bill Belichick is a tough coach. So is Bill Parcells. But LT used to sleep in the film room, and they seem to be able to work that out. So, but if you go back to 2003 was the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers actually traded up for a player. It was Troy Polamalu on their board at that time while I was eating steak in the war room. They really wanted to get Larry Johnson from Penn State.
Yeah, I remember.
If they were going to stay pat, or they was going to get Lonzo Jackson. Lonzo Jackson from Florida State, who I said would be the next Huey Richardson, and they almost threw me out of there. But they ended up getting Jackson in the second round. He turned out to be a bust. But they moved up and they got Troy Polamalu. And at that time, even though 2003 was that 16 years ago?
Yes, sir.
16 years ago, there was nobody really had many cell phones back then, and you didn't have caller ID.
Right.
When you called. So when the Steelers moved up and called, and it was really, the Pittsburgh Steelers was the first time since I've been with the team, and I've been off and on with them since the year 2000, they were in panic mode because the Pittsburgh Steelers like to give you a call before they select you. Sure. Especially a guy like Troy Polamalu, because Troy, Al Levine, the talking machine, he walks to his own beat. He's never been away from the West Coast.
Sure.
Troy Samoan, American Samoan, very religious guy. So when the Steelers moved up to make that deal, they didn't get a chance to talk to Troy, because it was so bang, bang.
Yeah.
So when the Steelers drafted Troy, I call him on the phone. and I called Troy, and whoever answered the phone, the lady, maybe his mom answered. I'm like, can I speak to Troy? And she was like, well, he's dancing right now. He's doing this Polynesian religious dance. So I said, well, I'm smoking Jim Frazier from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Troy got on the phone, no caller ID, no call waiting. We're on the phone 20 minutes. We're talking about his roommate, who was Carson Palmer. We're talking about his uncle. I didn't tell him he was a bust at Penn State. Only Samoan that could never play. So we're talking about everything, man. We're talking about religion. In the meantime, the Steelers are calling, getting a busy signal. They're thinking maybe they drafted the next John Elway because, Elway refused. How about Eli Manning even, a year later refused to go to the San Diego Chargers. So I'm on the phone with Troy for 20 minutes. Finally, when I got off, the Steelers was able to get through, and it was a pat on the back. And one last thing with Fiction and Fact, I heard it wrong again. Everybody all over the nation is saying what most people in Pittsburgh believe. Everybody believes that Joe Green was the first player taken 50 years ago in the NFL draft, which is untrue. Mean Joe Green was the fourth player taken in that draft. The first player taken overall was O.J. Simpson. And O.J. Simpson decided not to go to the NFL. He decided to play for the AFL, Buffalo Bills. And that's the problem. Don't forget, people talk about Matt Snell now. Historians will know the dream backfield for the New York Jets was Joe Namath from Beaver Falls, Matt Snell, and the former Pittsburgh Steelers draft choice, Emerson Boozer.
Whoa, there's a name from the past.
Was drafted by the Steelers but elected not to play in the NFL to take that AFL money. So that was the problem. That's why the teams merged, because the NFL was losing. If you had the first pick overall and I take Al Levine, the talking machine, and you decide to go somewhere else, I don't get it. I lost my first round pick.
Yeah. And
that's what was happening. So Joe Green wasn't the first pick overall. He was number 4. O.J. Simpson was the first pick overall in 1969. Not a guy from North Texas State.
Wow, very good.
That's a fiction.
Welcome back, Smoking Jim Frazier.
And also Sunday I'll be on KDKA radio. Maybe my last appearance on KDKA radio, because I think it's going to be a little heated. We got some black guys on there.
No way.
Yeah, Aubrey Bruce got invited back.
Oh, he's a nice man.
Bill Neal, Kevin Cameron. So I'm sure they're going to be disagreeing with me.
Oh, guaranteed. What time's that going to be?
At 5 o'clock.
Wow.
I'm sure well, Bill Neal will be a little late.
That's all right.
A lot of guys will be on CP time, but I'll be there on time.
You get started then. And that's with Chris Moore?
It was with Chris Moore. So
you can't go wrong. He's one of the best.
He's one of the best. So.
He'll keep you guys under control. I guarantee it.
They better beef up security when all the brothers come.
He'll just mute the mics. He'll just keep talking and you guys will be shut out. That's how he'll operate.
With Bill Neal there, maybe we'll have Cyril Weck.
Yeah, maybe. You could. It could be there. I don't know what he'd be talking about, but he'd talk for sure. All right, thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. May 13th. Yes, tomorrow's May. Unbelievable. Smoking Jim made it back before May. I lost on that bet. I figured he was getting rehab. I figured he broke 2 legs, had whiplash. None of that's true. Just he can't see anything. He got sunglasses on at night, so we're good here. But On Location will be at Olive Oil's Pizzeria, May 13th, 7:30 to 8:30. Daryl Sammartino's going to be there. Larry Richard, Dan Bogan's going to be there, and maybe a couple other guests. So maybe Smoking Jim can fit that in his rehab schedule.
I'll be there.
We'll be at Olive Oil's Pizzeria. We also are looking at doing a series of 3 shows at the VFW in Millvale.
Wow.
Jose Carabello asked me to get back to him, so now that Smoking Jim's back, we'll try to look for June, July, and August to do shows up in a ring at the VFW.
I like that.
So that's coming attractions with On Location.
How's the parking?
Stay tuned. Parking will be good for me and you. I guarantee that. Well, maybe not you because you won't get there early. You can walk 6 more blocks. That's all I know. Hey, talking machine, I'll meet you there. Yeah, okay. But that's our On Location segment. Somehow, some way, we'll get the living legend Smoking Jim Frazier out there. He's back, and he's in green. Look at him. All right, we'll be back with some, how about some Bucko talk on the back end?
All right.
All right, we're not happy with the Buccos. They started out good. There's a couple bright spots. Josh Bell's been hitting pretty good. Melky Cabrera's been hitting pretty good and fielding pretty good out there. So got a couple good players out there, Smoking Jim. Since you've been watching them, what do you see?
How's my buddy? He taking a drink yet, or is he third baseman? He's playing good defense.
He's hitting, what, about $160?
But
he's under the Mendoza line.
But his defense is stellar.
Is it?
Yeah.
He can field.
Yeah, he can field.
Well, 2 years off, it might have affected him a little bit.
He don't have the shakes.
No, he might have the shakes. That's why he's not hitting.
How's Polanco doing? He's up now.
He's not doing that good right now. He healed up, but his throwing's not that good.
I heard there was a ball off the wall he misjudged.
He does that. He does that 4 or 5 times a game. You must have missed that. He's always been that way. He's one of those good athletes, but doesn't have a good baseball IQ like you. His baseball IQ's weak. Just like you're still learning the game. There's no hope. He don't know it.
I heard something that I never heard in baseball in all the years I played.
That's not surprising.
There was some kind of thing where the guy popped it up.
Yeah.
But it was something he didn't have to catch it or nothing. It was a.
It's called an infield fly rule.
Infield fly rule.
You're automatically out.
And they said that the guy strategy was to drop it because that way it will hold the runners from, because the bases was loaded at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We learned that in Little League.
Okay, I never learned that one, man. I'm like, what are they talking about? I was listening on the radio. I think that was the game I had money on the Dodgers.
Infield fly rule, buddy.
Pirates had the bases loaded out.
They call a runner out, he's out.
Wow.
The batter's out, and that's it.
What's
Infield fly rule.
What does that mean?
He's out.
Why?
Because it's an infield fly, he's automatically out. They don't care if you catch the ball, drop the ball, whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that in Little League.
But that's only for
infield flies.
I've seen infield flies that were dropped and guys got on base.
Nah, you haven't.
Well,
nah.
Really? I gotta look that one up.
You haven't. You gotta watch. Go get some YouTube videos or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry to stump you, but yeah, that's what happens out. There's certain rules in baseball.
So you can only hit it outside the infield to get on base?
You could hit a ground ball and maybe get on base.
But if you hit a fly.
If you hit a fly and it's in the infield, you're out.
Wow, I never knew that.
Oh.
Infield fly rule.
For 35 years old, you're not doing too bad, buddy.
I wonder if Jack and Lil Z knew that, man.
We're not going to ask them. It's well known, the infield fly rule. Just like Babe Ruth never liked the Pirate fans. He's not looking over us.
I heard you tell Sid Bream that.
He isn't.
Did you get him? I guess you didn't get him to lift the curse, huh?
There was no curse. Yeah, there wasn't a curse. There were people putting out stuff. They hate him. They hate Sid Bream.
I see
you
that.
know that.
I can't believe that.
They were haters like you. You didn't even
that.
watch the game or even know it happened. And he slid right underneath the tag.
Wow.
I watched it, and hey, he was safe.
That was a great team the Pirates had.
Yeah, it was. Then they broke him up after that.
Yeah.
They sold him off.
Yeah. But they kept
Bonds,
my Andy Van Slyke. That's all I cared about.
Yeah. Then he was gone eventually, too.
My favorite player.
I know. If too bad Bonds didn't listen to him and move in.
Huh?
Too bad Bonds didn't listen. He might have thrown Sid Bream out, and there wouldn't have been a curse.
He told him to move in?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Bonds, shot him the finger and didn't do anything.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't hear him.
He heard him. He looked over at him and shot him that one finger.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot you don't know, buddy, about baseball. I'm trying to clue you in. Wait till Chip hears you next week. He'll explain it to you. Especially the infield fly rule. He'll go crazy on you with that one.
Well, there was a lot I had to explain to him, too, if he was here tonight with the Pirates losing 8 in a row, you know.
What do you mean? He'd still be optimistic.
Yeah.
He's a season ticket holder.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah.
Go Buccos.
I did text him when I was going to throw out the first pitch, see if he was going to be down there, but he said he was going to the game the next night on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Another loss.
Yeah. Well, that happens. They're on a streak. You should have bet them. Here, let's go to the casino. You get that? Too late. Too late. They're starting that game up there, buddy.
Long as the Phillies win tonight.
Really?
Well, Pirates I still inadvertently got a little bit on the Pirates because I got 79 and under.
Do you?
So I'm going to win some money this year.
I heard Las Vegas had 77 and under.
Well, I got it at 79.
Wow. They got you for 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do it, buddy.
Yeah, when they were, 12 and 6 or something, I was like, ooh.
They were first place.
Yeah. I said, well, that's money down the drain.
You've lost before. If you're going to bet, don't start. If you have to bet, do the opposite. You've heard it here many a night. Definitely do the opposite. He's my buddy, but bet the opposite. Whatever he tells you. I don't care how crazy it sounds. Bet the opposite. Definitely. Well, I'm glad you're here because we're going to do boxing at the Sokol Club on Friday.
Can't wait.
They got a fundraiser going on for some memorial, so we'll be doing some boxing there. Should have a good night. It's a nice, Sokol Club's a great place.
Hope they got some kibasi. I like that kibasi.
I don't
Kibasi
know.
just tastes better there.
Well, it was free for you, so it tasted delicious. You never had a bad free meal yet, have you? I've seen you eat some free meals at the casino. Man, I thought a couple times you bit your finger off.
Yeah, that was good over there, bro.
Some good meat eating there, Smoking Jim. No doubt about it. But yeah, we'll have some fun at the boxing. That's Friday night. I think the gates open up at 6:30. So
I wonder how Steve Cunningham's son did on.
I don't know. I didn't get any reports.
On the Golden Gloves, I didn't either. I know there were some state champions out of Pittsburgh.
Joe Board had a couple.
Did he?
I think Teddy Mercanja had a couple.
Yeah. I know Jerome Baxter, probably Teddy's son.
I think Teddy got decisioned.
Really?
Yeah, I think Becca.
Wow.
I think
Becca.
Maine won.
She won.
Yeah.
That one little girl that fought Becca in a different weight class, she won state championship again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dropping weight. Then one of your favorite fighters, you missed her when we did a show, Colleen Davis.
My favorite.
She was so disappointed you weren't there that
she's a beast.
Her and Jose both prayed for you.
Oh, thanks.
They sent prayers your way.
They both got the same religion?
For you. Yeah.
Okay.
What's that matter?
No, I'm just wondering.
We got people, Muslims are praying for you.
Thank you.
Baptists are praying for you. I see your church ladies, they're praying for you.
Yeah.
I saw them.
Yeah.
They said, I'm going to talk to your ex-wife and see how he is. I go, no, don't do that. I go, he was in a bad accident. Was in the trauma unit for 3 days, and they're like, oh my goodness, he probably broke his back and legs. Here he hit his head and he's fine. He just had one head injury. It destroyed the car. Are you going to rehab or anything? Or
All done with it.
really?
Yeah, all done with it.
What did you rehab?
Got one more surgery, and then hopefully that'll be the end of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you talk about your surgery or?
Not really.
All right. I'm glad we got that clarified.
I only had one request.
What's that?
Give me a white doctor.
How'd that work out?
It worked out good.
Good.
I love my people, brother, but I ain't never seen a black eye doctor.
Really?
Have you ever seen one?
I don't know. I had a black chiropractor when I was in,
Yeah, I'll take a black chiropractor.
in high school.
Yeah, but not a black eye doctor.
Really?
No.
You heard it first from Smoking Jim.
Would you take one?
Yeah. If they're qualified, I don't care what color they are.
How would you know they qualify, man?
I'd ask them if they did
You know,
it.
brothers got them big hands, and you want a big hand brother dig in the eye, bro.
They just need to laser you up, that's all.
Man, hey.
They just need to.
I got to pay out my pocket, man. So they said,
No way.
they said we can do it with a laser. I
Yeah.
said, no, give me the whole, give me the knife, man. I saved about 75%, man.
No.
Yeah,
By
man,
going
that
under a
laser
knife.
expensive, man.
Wow.
Yeah, give me the old fashioned.
Well, folks,
Hope you got a steady hand.
it's still a mystery what kind of surgery he even had that he went under the knife. You're one of a kind, brother. Wow.
You want Shaq in there working on you, brother? No, can't have that, man.
Well, how about a nice small black lady doctor?
Well, that is
I'd
true.
take that.
I did get a white lady doctor.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I requested that. I
Good.
really didn't want a man at all, but I never thought
You're
about.
prejudiced. I know that.
Well, women got soft hands.
Do they?
So, and she is good looking, brother.
I'm not even asking her name because you wouldn't tell us anyhow.
Yeah,
So.
she's good looking, bro.
Can we talk some sports here?
Yeah.
How about back to your Steelers? What do you think they should have done differently?
Well, you know, the whole thing
Because
is,
I know you're opinionated.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the new hustle in the National Football League is to get you a rookie quarterback or a young quarterback like Kansas City did with Mahomes or Cleveland did with Baker Mayfield. And
How about the Cardinals?
And the Cardinals, yeah, but you got to get one that you know is good. You know what I mean? Not that Murray's not going to be good, but you know he hasn't played in the NFL game.
So what? He's
yet.
only 5'10". That's all right.
Yeah, he could be good, but you know Baker Mayfield's an outstanding quarterback, and Mahomes is an outstanding quarterback. So the new hustle in the National Football League is you get a young quarterback like a rookie or something like that, and if he's good, you can build the team around him for the next 4 years because of the rookie salary cap. The quarterback's not making any money,
Yeah.
so you can reinvest that money and put a good team around him. You know, the Los
They just
Angeles.
signed Big Ben for another 2 years.
And see, that's what the Steelers' mistake was. Now, when you give your 38-year-old quarterback a $37.5 million signing bonus, who really needs to be cleansed, he's a guy that's the cancer in the locker room. When you give him that, you don't have money to bring in veteran free agents. So what you have to do is you need all your draft picks so that you got players that you don't have to pay that much money.
All right.
So by the Steelers moving up in the first round and losing their second round draft pick, that's Juju who they got in the second round. They got some good picks in the second round over the years. So, and not having another pick until the third round really hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think, in this draft. I think I like the receiver they got, Deontay Johnson, but they needed a speed wide receiver to take the top end coverage off, like a Mike Wallace they had, Nate Washington, even a Sammy Coates he just couldn't catch. You know, Dwight
those
Stone.
things happen.
Yeah, so they had the guy they could have gotten the second round, DK Metcalf, who was 6'2", could run a 4.2 40, and was a one-trick pony. That's the one thing they don't have is a one-trick pony. I would have drafted a great tight end in the second round that they could have got to have a two tight end set with McDonald.
Yeah, but he's hurt a lot, so he's not in there anyhow.
Yeah, he's not in there, and there's a lot of great athletic tight ends that was available in this draft.
We got a nice 6'8" kid.
Yeah, they got a 6'8" kid that moves like the son of Frankenstein. You know, so
throw him a short pass.
Yeah, so it's a shame. So that was a problem there. I'm concerned about the offensive line. They got the steroid king out of there, Marcus Gilbert.
Yeah.
But now
he was like a rusty gate, though.
Yeah, yes, he was. But he was making a lot of money, so you moved him. But you're going to see the Steelers' offensive line decline because you're losing the best offensive line coach in Mike Munchak. How you let him get away? How you let him get to the end of the contract?
Because we had a clown show here.
A clown show. So he's gone. He got them guys to play over their head on the offensive line. And then the Steelers don't go out and hire an offensive line coach. They bring in his coffee boy, the guy that was his assistant all those years. So that's going to be a problem. Also, there's a rule that I talk about in the National Football League called the 70-30 rule.
What's that?
And what it is 70% of the time offensively, you're on schedule. You know, you throw the ball here, you hand the ball there, you throw the ball here.
Okay.
But about 30% of the time, you got to improvise. So now without Bell and Brown, when Big Ben started to improvise, everybody talk about how Antonio Brown didn't run the best routes.
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to because Big Ben could close his eyes when everything broke down and he could find Brown. He could close his eyes and find Bell. Now they're going to still have a great offense, but it'll be a little bit different when things start to break down. And then you bring in a guy. I mean, I wouldn't have drafted nobody that had an outfit on like Devin Bush did. Did you see that black and white outfit he had on?
Yeah.
It's a disgrace.
Why?
That was the worst looking.
It fit him nice.
I thought his arm was in a sling, didn't you?
It fit him nice.
Yeah.
He's only 5'11", so it gave him a little size there.
Yeah. So, but his dad was a good football player.
He was a #1 pick.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think he went higher than Devin. He won a national championship at Florida State with Charlie Ward.
Yeah.
And Derek Thomas, and won a Super Bowl with the Rams. But he really wasn't that good of a pro, and I think you're going to see a lot of that in his son.
Get on.
Son's only 20, yeah.
That's all right. He got time to develop.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to get taller.
No. He'd get bigger.
Tight ends average 6'6" now in the NFL. So.
Well, we got 6'8".
Yeah, that's about the only tight end he can cover.
That helps us out.
One career interception. You're bringing the guy in to stop the pass.
At least he got one.
Yeah, at least that's right. Yeah.
Some get shut out.
That's it.
He didn't get shut out.
Yeah.
No, we'll see what happens. It's always an adventure.
Yeah.
These draft picks.
But don't forget, last year, who did I tell the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft? I told them to draft Darius Leonard from South Carolina State. They never heard of him. He went on to be Rookie of the Year, led the NFL in tackles, 30 tackles more than the second-place guy.
Yeah.
They would have had their middle linebacker with size, who was actually better than Shazier.
There was that other guy.
A white guy. He was gone.
Yeah,
white guy. He was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Van Der Esch.
Yeah, he was a good one. Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's how I got close to Butterbean, because Butterbean is a Van Der Esch.
Get on.
And so I called Butterbean up, and Butterbean was eating. He could talk. He could talk. Matter of fact, one time I called, "Hey, Butterbean, I'm sorry, I got to tell this story." One time I called Butterbean. Butterbean was sitting on the commode eating a pizza. Sorry, Butterbean about 400 pounds. But we ended up being good friends. I told him I would never tell that story. Sorry, Butterbean, I owe you one. He's sitting on the toilet eating the pizza. But
how did you even know?
He told me. He said sometimes he goes so much he eats
so
toilet.
much he gotta go.
Yeah, he said he goes. I don't know how many times he's in the bathroom, but it's a lot, you know. So, but the first time I called him up.
You ever do that?
No. The first time. That's why I drink ginger ale, brother. I never have to go. But
I thought you quit. You didn't even bring a bottle in.
I forgot to. Oh,
man.
But,
I'm just glad you made it in.
Thanks.
Even before we started. That was good.
But first time I called him up, I'm like, Butterbean, I says, are you related to this Van Der Esch? He says, man, I don't think so. He says, but he said, most people in my family are good athletes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure somewhere down the line, Butterbean has got that West Virginia connection. And a lot of times you got a cousin here and a cousin there. How can you keep track? I mean, really, you know that. You can't keep track. If it's a Van Der Esch related, you just got it.
I can't keep track of you and all your godchildren. 99 godchildren.
I just talked to Sindel today, so I was hoping to we got a basketball award show tomorrow with Luther Dupree and those guys.
Nice.
Sindel's going to be this celebrity model, I was hoping that she'd bring my godkids.
Yeah,
Although
maybe she can.
Although
You can help brush the hair.
Although everybody said her daughter looks like she could be related to me. You take those pictures. But that's a compliment.
That is true. That's a compliment to you.
She can out-talk me, though.
Yeah, I think she can. I've seen her do it. Well, good luck with that. Hope she brings the kids.
No, she says she won't. She's not going to be able to bring them tomorrow.
No.
So,
Oh, jeez.
no.
Well, that should be a good show. An award show.
Yeah, we got supposed to be all the Dice boys and girls are coming on.
Good.
And we got a big announcement. Friend of the show, Israel Reed, will make his college choice announcement on the show.
Izzy Reed. I remember him. Yeah.
Izzy Get Busy Reed. So it's going to be a nice announcement. He'll be there. And I tried to get a couple other players, but
Really?
yeah, because at this point, you're an all-star in my book if your mom's good looking.
Whoa!
And this kid from Woodland Hills, his mom, Angel, woo, drop dead gorgeous, but she might not have Messenger because I was trying to hit her on Messenger and get her son in there.
Get on.
Yeah, he got some playtime.
Yeah.
He was good.
How disappointing.
If she'd have brought him, he'd have got MVP.
Yeah, but you're not 100%, so you're off your game. So
Yeah,
I could understand that.
And I got it, and I didn't know till late start. I figured about Monday. Yesterday that I would make it. Yeah, because I didn't know.
Really?
So after Monday, if I was going to make it.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you went in. You got on. Can't tell them what you had done, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'll be having on the shades. But I'll blend right in with all them black folks. They probably all going to wear shades. Indoor.
Yeah, there's some singers and stuff that wear the shades.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
You remind me of him a little bit. Except you can drive. He don't drive himself around. You pull a little Stevie Wonder on me.
How's the truck, man?
It's an SUV.
Wow.
It's
Ain't
out
that a
there.
truck?
No.
It wasn't there when I pulled up.
It's out there.
Okay.
Second spot.
Second spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sport utility vehicle.
Wow. That's what it stands for, SUV.
I'm just biting my tongue. It's nice to have you back.
I remember when I first got a truck, everybody was asking me to help them move. I'm like, I don't do this truck ain't for that.
Right. They go bring it over.
Yeah, this truck ain't for that, brother.
We'll show you. My SUV don't help move either.
When the brother get a truck, it's just for styling.
What are you driving now?
I bought me a little 2016.
2016.
And it's little.
Get on. What's it called? Does it have a name?
I don't even know the name of it, man.
You're kidding. I got to go out and see this thing.
It's little, man.
We got a few minutes left of this show, so I'm going to go out and see that. How much time again, guys? 1.5 minutes. 1.5?
Fast.
How did that hour go past us? Look at this healthy man. Recovered from his car total, accident, trauma unit, 3 days. I don't even want to know why he was in the trauma unit for 3 days, because he's going to lie.
Good to see Jack and Zach Taylor from Gateway.
Not from Gateway. They're Bethel Park boys. They're right here at Bethel Park going to school, buddy. No problem. Glad to have you back. It'll be nice to do fights with you on Friday night.
I can't wait.
That'll be some fun. We'll have that. We'll have our man Stevie MVP or whatever you call him doing the filming. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
He'll tell you what to do and when to talk.
Year?
He's not rookie no more.
Will Claudio be there with the belts, championship belts? No.
I don't think. I don't think he will be. It could be coming attractions there, buddy. You don't miss too many things. And Priory, I think, is like around, I don't know when it is, July 13th or something again.
Wait.
So
I can't wait.
we'll have to get ready for that.
We're going to do the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame again in July.
Okay, thanks. I guess we'll have to
Okay.
see what location we'll be doing there. You got a few people keep asking me about that Hall of Fame there. I don't know. I go, I got no votes. I got nothing. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed Smoking Jim Frazier back at his best with a D, solid D Steeler report card. As per usual, nothing's changed. He's a huge Bucco fan. Not. Hopes they lose number 9 in a row tonight. Well, I'm rooting for the Steelers. I believe black and gold. Go Buccos. They'll stop this streak. And this is Al Levine signing off. Stay Joey strong.